Right, we are on the Pause Menopause. We've just been debating all sorts of stuff. We've just been on a dog walk, which we jokingly call dogging, which we do realise is not the real scenario. You do realise we don't do that. But we've got Reggie. We thought by going on the dog walk,
it would
calm.
It's obviously worked, hasn't it?
It's not worked, has it? He's like hyper. So
I wish I had some of his energy.
I know. If you hear some of the heavy breathing, it's not us.
It's not me.
It's dog. So we're hoping within a few minutes he's going to calm down. But we're on a timer today, which is, hence multitasking. Hence we're in like dog walking outfits.
Sporty gear.
Sporty gear. We were going to do a few crunches for you. We might do them afterwards actually because Jill's
I'm doing a little daily challenge to try and get a bit stronger in the old core. And
do you know why though? Because also we
muscle.
should. Oh, we'll have to do some kind of a podcast moment, like a doc. What do they call it? A vlog. We could do a vlog. We'll have to do a vlog of our day. On the 19th of October, we're doing a mud girl. And I actually said to Jill today, do you realise we haven't actually trained for this? And
we don't know what time it starts. We don't know how far it is. We don't know what we've got to do.
It's got obstacles.
We know that we're not very good when it comes to obstacles. So it's a perfect event for us, really.
We're doing it with my daughter, who's 22, who said to me the other day, I haven't actually been for a run for a while. Maybe I should do a couple of runs before we actually do the event.
The running part, I think, is the least of our worries.
I don't think the running part's the bit that's going to be...
It's trying it. We had this vision today of us, all three of us, trying to get over some sort of wall.
Yeah.
I mean, I can push people up, but who's going to be the last one?
Who's going to be the last one? Because I said I nearly sent you this video of these, and the caption was really good caption. It was like, women help each other. That was kind of the idea, right? Women help each other. But they didn't show the end bit of the video, which was the woman who is at the first one at the bottom of the wall, basically. So you've got the second one that's on her shoulders and that's going like that, who pushes the third one up. The third one then pulls the second one up. But who the fuck's going to tackle the last one? And she wasn't the skinniest of the three either. No, I'm thinking they've done this the wrong way round.
That's the only thing, because I was thinking I've got the strength to push you guys up, but you can't be pulling me up that wall.
No, you'd have to get some help from other women, but if there's only three of you...
Then maybe there'll be other teams.
Or maybe the other teams...
We just need to make sure we don't get to the wall last.
We're the last ones. Anyway, we're doing this mud girl, so we'll vlog it. We will do a vlog of it, and I will put it on social media, but I'll also probably try and put it onto our YouTube. I'll see how we can manage to do it.
I love the fact that Reg is just going absolutely
He's going
nuts.
ballistic, isn't he?
Maybe
I should play ball with him at the same time. Here, how about the ball? Reggie, how about the ball? You ready? Are you ready? Nah, that worked.
That worked very well.
That didn't work.
Here, take this. Anyway.
Oh yeah, get him to eat that. Right. Jill, I haven't asked you this for a while. How has your menopause been this week or this last 2 weeks? Because I don't think we've done one for a couple of weeks, have we?
I think good.
Good.
The fact I have to think about it is good, right? Right?
Absolutely. I am also going to just bring into the mix something that she said just as we were making coffee before this. She said, I don't know if you have this where you live, but we have an Action, which is one of those very cheap Chinese shops. And you kind of think, Eco
Mama. Like Home Bargains or, like stuff like that. You know, where you just get all this shit that you don't need.
And you kind of have this Eco Mama thing that's inside you going, I shouldn't really be buying this because it's really not great. But it's so cheap and it's here already. So she said yesterday she went in and randomly bought some things, which usually is an IKEA trick. I usually do that in IKEA, come out with things I really don't need that ends up costing me like €100.
Even worse, what I did was, because I always go for a run on my lunch break.
Yeah.
Yesterday, for some reason, I thought, no, today I can't go for the run, which is not me, because I've got to go to Action. I've got things I need to get.
I love that. I've got to go to Action because I've got things I need to get.
And I came out with also
cuddly toy, a casserole, and a holiday for two in Butlins. That sounds like the generation game, doesn't it? Do you remember that? But anyway, you came out with,
of all things,
hair tongs. Now this was my point. Now for those watching
hair tongs
on video, my comment was, did they work?
What do you think?
So she said that this afternoon she's actually going to give them a go because she's going to a parent-teacher meeting. And she's going to send me a photograph.
So watch this space.
Is what
this is
going to
be
to that.
So funny because to add to it, they were €11. Because I actually wanted to buy hair tongs before. Because once I went to the hairdresser and she tongs it, and you come out and you're like,
it's cost about €300.
Yeah, but I looked after I went to the hairdressers and they were really expensive.
Yeah.
Then when I saw €11, I thought, oh well, really? Watch
Bargain.
this. They'll burn my hair.
Tell you what, when I was younger, so I've got really curly hair, as you can just about see on the bits here, and when I was growing up, initially it wasn't fashionable. Then it became fashionable. It's one of those things, isn't it? Fashion comes around.
Do you remember a crimper?
Goes. So that was my point. I got the crimpers, right?
They were awful.
Oh my God! They used to just burn your hair. You probably don't know. You might know who. If you're menopausal and you're on this, you definitely know what a crimping machine is.
I mean, but really, if you think
it does
about
like
it
that.
looks like the crinkly French fries.
Yeah.
Really
and it
bad.
crinkles
Really bad. I don't know why you would want to go around.
But I did it so much that my hair went straight.
Oh.
So the hair on obviously the new hair that was growing back wasn't, but the hair that was there kind of thing was just straight. So I ended up going to the hairdressers to have a perm so that it matched the rest of my hair. How
because your crimpers are
bananas is that?
Mine was a double whammy. I used to use Sun-In. Do you remember Sun-In?
Sun-In. Oh,
Sun-In and crimpers.
Add to some chemical.
And I didn't even have long hair.
Brilliant.
Dang.
Brilliant. I had that colour hair anyway, though. I didn't have to do the Sun-In. And if I did it, because all my girlfriends were doing that kind of thing.
I can even remember the smell of
mine went green when I did it. Yeah, it wasn't a good look.
And it would go on your hands and it would dye your hands. White. Remember, it would bleach your hands. Yeah.
So this is funny, actually. And then I'll tell you about my menopause week. But I watched this woman on social media called The Real Slim Sherry. I don't know if you heard her. She's brilliant. So she's an American woman. And she says things about our generation. And she put one on recently. And it was this younger woman going, what is our generation called? It's Gen X, isn't it? Our generation. Is our generation? I think it has Gen X.
Yeah. I think
we're
X, aren't we?
And so she was like, and how are you? This is a young girl, talking to camera going, and how are you doing? So she then clips into her going, and she does it, it's really quick fire what she does, but essentially it's going, how are we doing? So I'm just going to crawl you back into our era when we didn't do emotions, where we were left to our own devices, slapped about a bit every now and then. We even had swings made of metal and plastic, and we actually sat on them in the July heat. Have you ever heard? You ever smelled searing flesh?
Remember going down the slide, the metal slide.
The metal slide.
And you had a wee skirt on, which obviously when you sat down and burnt your bum.
Burnt your bum like mad.
I remember.
But she goes through all of the things. It's really funny. I shall send you all of her
I had
clips.
the most humiliating experience at the play park when I was older than I should have
been at the play park.
And wait for this. I went this massive slide, and at the top I sat down. I had a skirt on, and my underpants got stuck on the top of the slide.
No!
And I went, and my knickers ripped off and stayed at the top. And can you imagine the shame? All the friends.
Oh my God! Our mud girl is going to be
waiting their
hilarious.
turn to go down. My knickers are
wear big pants for the mud girl. I think.
Oh, we better
Otherwise,
not
our
leave
pants are going to be left at the top of the obstacles.
Actually, I just thought this is not what we were going to do for this Pause Menopause, but since we're in a nostalgic moment, because I saw
Let's just do nostalgia.
I saw a post on Instagram, the same quite recently, and she was listing all these things from the 80s and stuff, and she mentioned, do you remember white musk perfume from the Body Shop?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I remember Charlie. I remember Charlie, but white musk.
Body Shop in general. Or we went through,
huge.
I don't know if it was the
Body
same
Shop
with you,
was huge.
like the fake perfumes. So instead of Poison, which Poison...
Everything was fake.
Poison's not my
really
perfume
strong.
anyway. But 12-year-old Poison. I think it was called. It wasn't quite Poison. It was like Pissin or something. A little version.
What they could get away with.
$4.99. It smelled like pants, but you thought you were so cool, Chloe. But like, what's some of your things?
Memories from the 80s, right? Well, it's funny because when Slim Sherry comes out with things, I go, yes. I mean, she's obviously American, so there's an American slant to stuff. But we were just so much more feral and chemical. Oh my God, the chemical levels of our growing up.
Totally.
The lack of emotional support, the non-recognition of trauma.
In food, in body products,
the chemicals
in everything.
in everything that we were doing. And the dangerous level of play stuff that we had. Mm-hmm. Like, I used to have these rollerblades, but they weren't proper rollerblades. Do you remember those straps that you just put on top?
Tie them to
your feet kind of thing.
And they weren't smooth at all.
Not at all. Oh my God, you hit gravel and you went...
you hit a crack.
Boom! Miles away, all the stuff like that. The playgrounds, how unsafe they were. They built metal everything on hard concrete. None of this soft, slightly squidgier tarmac stuff they put down now.
Didn't even have. That. You literally stopped.
Whoom! No, some of them went.
It is a surprise. Really, we're still
alive, right? And they think that we can't survive. We could survive war with that prepped, with that primed and prepped. Right, food stuff. Angel Delight.
Oh, I loved Angel
used to love Angel Delight. Now you can buy it locally here at the Trading Post, but I tried to make it, and you can't make it with like soya milk or anything like that. You have to have
it probably
full on
taste
shit
the
milk
same.
Basically to make it. You cannot make it.
Angel
it's like a whip thing. Arctic roll. Do you remember that? That was my mum's idea of a really stylish pudding.
when we went on school trips and you got a packed lunch, because I make mac, all this lovely packed lunch. I used to get jam sandwiches.
Oh yeah, jam sandwiches. Yeah.
Jam sandwiches.
Oh, what's the other one? Salad, not salad cream. Sandwich spread. Did you ever have that?
That's quite posh. That's quite posh.
Sandwich spread. It's awful. Chemical.
Or potted meat. Remember
potted meat.
The little potted meat.
We did, and all the sort of like the calypso type drinks, that were full of colorants and shit like that. It's a wonder we survived anything, and yet we are here, standing tall. I feel.
And I used to love a bit of what's it called? Condensed milk, straight out of the can.
Oh no, we didn't have that. My mum wasn't a big fan of that.
Oh no, my mum didn't know. I would buy that myself.
We used to have milk delivery, and they used to have the cream on the top.
Yeah, I can still that.
Yeah. Oh no, we used to like that. We used to fight each other for that on top of the cereals. Yes, the cream. My mum. So I love my mum to bits. But my mum does tend to have a little side of, I'll look after myself first, and then I'll look after the children.
She got the good stuff.
She always used to swipe the cream. Definitely. Yeah.
This is a random one, but since we were speaking about Christmas earlier, do you remember the Advent calendar?
Yes.
Used to come down in the morning.
Yes.
Like my brother and I would be like chomping at the bit. We used to take turns. We had one Advent calendar between two.
Okay.
Literally to open the door.
Yeah.
To a picture of like a bell or an angel.
Yeah.
Like no chocolate.
No.
No toys.
No.
Just a picture of a frigging bell. And you thought you
were doing well there.
Bee's knees.
Yeah, exactly. No, the 80s. But brilliant. But then you look at the music that came out of the 70s and the 80s and that whole era. And you look at all of the people that have come out of that era. And what icons they are. Mm-hmm. Annie Lennox was on tour recently. She's in her 70s now. She's just written a book actually, which I might ask for Christmas.
She was a bit different. She was a bit
different, but she's been through loads of trauma.
She's from Aberdeen.
She is from Aberdeen. And I listened to her on Women's Hour the other day, and it was really interesting. But she was recently on stage, age 71 or 72. She is rocking it. I'm like, wow, she's a bit older obviously than us. We're not in that era. But, you look at some of these people and you just think, we've been through some stuff, and yet, we're here, and we're joyful the vast majority of the time. We're pretty joyful people, you and me.
Yeah.
and yet we've been through some bits. So this week, I'll come back to it. I'm doing my circle. Coming back. I had my cancer checkup.
Oh my goodness, I forgot to ask.
I had my cancer checkup and I'm fine, which is really good. But I always get a little bit nervous.
Of course you do, of course you do.
Yeah, I have a little bit of a wobble. And I think, even though I've checked myself, even though, I feel for the lymphs and all that kind of thing, you always get a little bit,
you wouldn't be
what if I haven't found something,
you didn't.
No, I know, but I've got the all clear again, so that's another year.
Good.
And I'm really pleased. Yes, it definitely is worth celebrating because, that opens up a whole other door, doesn't it? If you've got that again, you've got to have an operation that's got to be tested. Do you need chemo? Do you need this, that, and the other? Do you want it? How do you deal
want
with
to
it?
turn the page on that if you can, can't
exactly.
you? You've gone through it, and it's like, right, okay.
Exactly. And it has completely changed my way of being with the sun and the outdoors.
Speaking about the 80s and sun and sunbed and sun worshipping.
We used to put oil on.
Oil.
We used to put oil on our bodies to sort of fry in the outside. So it's no wonder I had skin cancer.
My theory was if I burnt, then afterwards it went brown.
It went brown. But the thing is, I did go brown, and I was like, when I lived in the Ardèche, I was chocolate brown. But I mean, look at my skin. It's not supposed to be brown, right? It's supposed to be.
But it's tempting, isn't it? Because we do all look better with a bit of colour. Love a bit of colour.
So, okay, this is an interesting one. We do, but we don't when we get older.
No, not if you're all wrinkly with it.
Well, and that's what happens.
I wrecked my skin in the 80s.
But that is what happens because in this clinic that I go to, it's not a clinic, it's just a dermatologist. Blimey, if you wanted to change professions, become a dermatologist. She is booked out until she retires, this woman. But anyway, she sees people individually, right? And I never usually see anybody in there. And a couple of years ago, she said to me, "You'll thank me in a few years' time when your skin is a lot better than a lot of the people around you." And I'm like, granted, I can already see the difference. In my skin, having spent the last 4 years not being out in the sun and protecting my skin, and looking after it. And I do face yoga and stuff like that, but I can already see the difference in photos and in wrinkles and things like that. And I never usually see anybody, but the woman before me, had messed up getting into the building or her times or something like that.
You're beautiful.
And anyway, so she came in at the same time as me, bit older than me. I would say probably 8 or so years older than me. Don't know, I'm not very good with age, things like that. But so much more wrinkly. I mean, granted, I think she was probably a smoker or had been quite a heavy smoker. But the skin scenario was so different.
It's a bit of a vicious circle, though, isn't it? Because you get to that point where it's like you like the sun. Yeah. So you've overdone the sun.
Yeah.
And then almost because it does look a bit bad.
Yeah.
You think the way to make it look better is get more
sun on it. Yes.
And I'm guilty of that too.
I'm guilty of that too.
But,
I know.
But you get really good tinted sort of.
I put that on. I've got a 50
you
plus.
Give a bit of colour.
Now there's also these arguments. The sun creams don't give you cancer.
Do they?
It's like, well, it depends on what kind of sun cream you're putting on. If you're going to Lidl to put your sun cream on, then maybe. But if you're going to more, researched brands, then there's less of these. What do they call them? Particles. Anyway, that aren't so good. Nanoparticles that aren't so good for you. But I go for Aven, just so that you know. I go for Aven, and I get a 50 plus tinted one, and I put that on my face every morning.
Yeah, and that gives you a bit of colour.
And it gives you a little bit of colour and a little bit of a glow, quite naturally. And then I put a little bit of BB cream on, and I don't really tend to put any foundation on now. I just put the BB cream on, and I've got that 50
cream's
plus.
good, isn't it?
BB cream's quite good, and that's also got another factor in it as well. And again, I use an organic one, and blah blah blah, and that's enough because I did loads of photography stuff in the past. I've had myself photographed for different things. I actually did a nude book. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Actually?
Oh, I didn't know it was a book. I've seen some nude pictures.
It wasn't just me. There were like 14 different yoga teachers, and it was supposed to be an artsy book. It is an artsy book.
It is an art.
I don't think it did very well though, because they chose a title of Yogasm.
Ooh.
Yogasm. I mean, why would you choose that? I didn't choose the title. Anyway, but I remember doing all of the photography for her, and she said as little makeup as possible, as little, anything as possible, rings, blah, 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 as possible. And I was like, okay, fair enough. And she said, honestly, having photographed loads and loads and loads of different people now, as you grow older, the less makeup you wear, the younger you'll look. And I've always remembered that, and I always try and look at myself in the mirror and go, less is more. Less is always more.
It ages you, and it highlights the wrinkles.
Weird though, because you'd think it'd be the opposite.
I look best, I've noticed in the pictures I take, when I've got no makeup and I'm outside with natural light.
Yeah.
Then
you put that little filter on from Instagram. You know, if you could walk around with an Instagram filter.
Natural light.
Yeah, no, it is. Natural light's the best.
Far, but I've noticed that even although obviously without any makeup, you see I've got, you know, blue bits and stuff on my skin.
But that's from your bike accident. Yeah.
But even with that, it looks better than trying to cover it and have that sort of caked, talky look to your face that the old skin has when it's got makeup on.
Because I've got a few quite well-known friends in, you know, whatever, telly and media and stuff. And one of them is a singer called Natasha St-Pierre. And she's looking very tired at the moment. She probably won't listen to this, I hope not, but she's looking quite tired at the moment. But she's playing a role at the moment in a TV,
I love how like Georgie's
sitcom thing. Reggie's just like coming in. She's playing a role at the moment in a camping kind of sitcom-y crime thingy. I can't remember what it's called because I don't have French telly. I don't watch a lot of telly. Reggie, stop. But they make her up, because that's the character that she's playing, right?
Right.
And she doesn't wear a lot of makeup on the whole. In fact, she never wears makeup unless she's on stage, because she wears it all the time when she's on stage. So she hates putting it on.
So the rest of she just wants
when she's just at home or herself and things like that. So she's usually really like au naturel. And they've put all this makeup on her for this role. And she's younger than me. She's nearly 10 years younger than me, and she looks so much older.
With the makeup.
On. And I was like, oh my God. But she deliberately even said the other day, she was doing on Instagram thinking, I've got so-and-so's makeup on. I think she was like conscious of the fact that she didn't look quite so good as she usually did. Because she looks usually quite fresh-faced and, you know, pale but like good skin kind of thing. And then you look at this and go, ooh.
I wear makeup, but I have to admit, when I look at other people, I don't think I've looked at anybody that I've thought, oh, you look nicer with makeup than without. There's something about just looking how you're meant to look.
Yeah, natural.
You know,
even
when it's even when we're talking beautiful women, and young women, But when I see them, there's something to me that it just looks right.
Yeah.
When you're not wearing the makeup.
I do know that. There is a woman in the local hospital, in the radiology bit, I think it is. And she always looks quite smart, trendy outfits, and she always makes herself up. And I always think she looks quite classy.
Good. Yeah, I like a bit of makeup.
But she probably looked just as nice without the makeup, to be fair. Yeah. But we've gone completely off subjects and tangents.
Totally random.
We're going to do, I'll tell you what we'll do though, next time we do the podcast, because we're on a bit of a timer this morning, we will tackle what you wanted to do, which was to celebrate the fact that you're doing better than you think. Unless you want to finish on that. We could finish on that.
That was my message. I've a lot of women at the moment in the groups I'm in and stuff seem to be struggling. I think it's probably this time of year, things are changing, summer's over, winter's on its way. And I'm just getting that feeling for lots of women kind of having a little bit of a tough spell.
I love this time of year though. This is why I don't understand it. Because I love it. This is my time to go, woohoo.
My message is just, everybody has tough spells. Like,
of course you do. Yeah.
Very much, you know, we all look at everyone. We speak about it all the time, all over social media, looking like you're doing amazingly all the time, but behind that there's struggle. Everybody struggles. Everybody has shit days. Everybody has the voice in their head that thinks, that doubts, that questions, that thinks, can I be bothered with this? And it's normal.
It's normal. I'm going to add to it, and I'm going to do my more woo-woo spiritual bit. So I reposted this reel the other day, and he's actually done another reel since, French guy, and he got 2 million views of this particular reel. I don't think even he was expecting it. And various people have come back to him and said, no, that's just ridiculous what you've said. But what he did was he quoted a Buddhist story, urban myth, whatever it happens to be. And it goes a bit like this, and I'm hoping I'm going to say it right. So there's a Buddhist monk teacher teaching students. And he puts the scenario that you've got someone who's walking along with a cup of coffee like this, and gets bumped into, and the coffee spills on the floor, on them, etc. So he says, so what has happened here? What's sort of spilled here? And they go, well, there's just loads of coffee that's spilt out, and that that because they've been bumped into, the coffee spilt out, and so it's the coffee that's the big sort of thing. He said, no, but if you take away the fact that it's coffee, it could be water, it could be love, it could be another emotion. Mm-hmm. So you're concentrating on the thing that you're projecting. So the coffee becomes the main point of call, and it's like staining, and it's like tarnishing, and it's like doing all of that. Whereas if you actually already in your cup have something else other than coffee, so you might have coffee, but it might be coffee made with love. So when that spills, you're spilling out
as love
spilling over, etc. I've explained that really badly, but it was really good the way you did it.
2 million views coming up here.
I doubt it. I might do a French or an English version of it, or something like that.
But I know what you mean.
It's to do with the fact that it's
perspective. You can look
at it.
That's
right. You're doing it from a perspective of love. And so it's the love that's spilling out, or it's the joy that's spilling out, or it's that's coming out from you when you're bumped into, or when you have a challenge, or when you're facing those difficult days. That would be I
thought you were going to say, because like so many of us, you'd knock over the coffee and then you'd make it, all it is a cup that's fallen over and coffee's come out. But so many of us would look at it like, oh, shit, I bumped the cup, I'm shit, oh crap, what have I done? What have I done? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really not.
Yeah.
It's a bit of liquid that's gone on the floor, and it's not. And I think it's
and you probably say sorry, and this is the other challenge. Yes. So this is the other challenge I'm actually going to set everybody.
Let's do that. Yeah.
No, this week is stop saying sorry. Have you found yourself apologizing before you have even done anything? Do you know what I mean?
Or even in emails, stop making before you. If you want to write something, I've actually, I notice myself doing it all the time. I'll go, oh, I'm sorry if I'm. No, take out that bit and just go, I am writing, or I just want, like you're almost putting in an apology before you say what you've got to say. You don't apologize
also to the
for what
extent,
you've got to say.
when you're in the supermarket and you go down an aisle.
Sorry, no,
you're apologising before you've even actually got into someone's way.
I think Brits are really bad for that too.
Women
apologise.
Women are.
Quite often when it's the other person that's at fault. You know what I mean? Somebody comes in your line and you go, oh, sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you sorry for?
Well, sometimes I do that sarcastically.
Yeah, I do too.
So I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. Am I getting in your way?
We've gone from being stop apologising to actually get aggressive in the supermarket.
But do it with love. Do it from a space of love, so that when people
bump
into you,
it's love that's pouring out of you, not anger.
Exactly. It's not coffee. You've not stained their top. It's just love. It's come from a place of love. And on that note, I think we're gonna leave it for this episode. Thank you very much for listening.
But I will come back later.
I tell you what, that'll be the other. We've got lots of challenges. You've got to, next time we do the podcast, you're going to have to do it. Do the full curling tongue thing. I'm really looking forward to that.
It's going to be bloody awful.
I'm going to really look forward to doing that.